everybody. Welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by the Detroit Lions on the Prowl and the Belly Up Sports Network. I'm so excited today. We got a really good show for you. I'm just, free agency has got me starting to drink Kool-Aid again or something. I don't know what's going on. We're going to talk about, will the Lions be better than expected? But first, before we do all that, I got to bring in one of my co-hosts here, the man of steel himself, Curt Steele.
What up, though? Welcome to the show, people. You know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Hey, join the family. Subscribe to the channel. We don't have fans. We don't have viewers. We have family. And it's all love right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. And please like the video, share the videos, comment on the videos. All of this helps us get this content to more Lions fans just like yourself. But before we go any further, it's time to bring in Who Coach Jones at the bottom of the screen.
Who Coach Jones? Who Coach Jones? What's going on, Lion fans?
Hey, let's get this thing started
right now.
Let go.
It's Detroit Lions Talk, baby. Welcome back, Detroit Lions fans. We got a lot on the table for today. Will the Lions be better than expected? Woo! What you think about that, Curt?
Hell no.
Really? Okay.
Hell no. I'm loving the energy. I'm loving everything. But Curt still is being real, baby. Hey, we have to call it is what it is. We're going to be competitive. We're going to be entertaining. But as far as, being up there and trying to compete for the playoffs and all that stuff, nah, bro. Maybe next year, but this year, nah, bro. It's just the depth is not there. We have some players on the team that's coming back, and hopefully we can get them in the right position. I think that Patricia and those guys use those guys in the wrong manner. Tracy Walker and thought of that back in the defense, those guys weren't used right. They were playing out of position. TJ Hawkinson underutilized, but he has to, get a rapport with Jared Goff first. So it's going to be interesting to see how that relationship matriculates on the field. But it's one of those things where we always get hyped. It's the off season, man. It's our year, man. Hell no, you got to be real, man.
Oh.
Jim, what you think, man?
It depends on what you expect. If you're expecting them to have a 117, I think you're going to be gladly, surprised at the team. Mm-hmm. I think they got at least 4 to 5 wins in them, and maybe more. I mean, you know what? I really like Jamal Williams' energy. I really like the energy of the coaches. I think the coaching staff will get more out of this team. I think the defense will be better because the scheme will be better and the coaching is better. So we might have a better team, but right now this roster is nowhere near competing for like the Packers or somebody. So tempered expectations, if you expect a lot, you're going to be disappointed. So it kind of depends on what you expect. What you got, Mike?
I agree. I expect a 7-10 team. We have 17 games this year, right? That's official.
Yep, 17
So yeah, I think 7-10, maybe 8-9, depending on those couple of emotional victories. I think the coaches will bring enough energy that put something in the Lions that we haven't seen before. Usually we'll be like, oh, they're about to lose. They up now, but they about to lose. So I think they'll temper that. But I don't overly expect the Lions to be like 12-5 or nothing crazy like that. But I think they'll be competitive and they'll attract free agents. The energy will be good, and 2022 is should be a better year. So it's like you said, it's tempered.
Yeah,
it is.
That's all I'm saying, people. Don't bash me. I know you guys gonna get me. Kurt's being negative, but no, I'm not.
Don't kill the messenger.
I'm being real. I have to have the tempered expectation. I love the Lions, and I never want them to lose. I never ever want the Lions to lose. But I'm saying you have to look at this thing. You got to take the Honolulu blue and silver goggles off and look at it for what it is. It's going to be a team that's going to be competitive in a lot of games, but as far as having the tools to make a substantial playoff run, it's just not there right now. It's just not.
Yeah, Mike are drinking the Kool-Aid here, but it hasn't really gotten any better. But no, I honestly do think they're going to be better, and going forward, they're going to be better. I think they're going to be more fun to watch. I think there's going to be a lot of kneecap biting, and I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, we got to bring Sue back, man. We got to have
I want to bring Sue back so bad. Has he signed anywhere yet?
No, he is not.
The show hasn't. I've been watching that thing like
I know, because he would bite some kneecaps for
sure.
All
right, really bite some kneecaps.
Let's talk about some other stuff going on in Detroit Lions land. Sheila Fordham to Harris. She says, just go get the quarterback. She's like breaking it down, making it simple, being involved. What do you think about this?
Man, isn't that a breath of fresh air? Coming from a regime that was like, well, quarterback sacks aren't important. Who the hell says that? Quarterback sacks is important. That's one of the, quarterback sacks are tremendously important to a defense. Why do you think we re-signed
that quarterback?
Why do you think we re-signed Romeo Quire? I mean, that's because that is one of the biggest things a defense could do is get to the quarterback. Yes. And to say that, and when those guys said it at the beginning of their regime, quarterback sacks aren't really that important. Who in the hell? Boy, are you crazy?
He's retarded, man. That guy
I'm interested to hear what the defensive line coach says about this. Yes, Mike Jones, what do you got?
Yeah, that's the most absurd thing I've ever heard in my life. I've never, ever, oh my God. First of all, the whole point of defense, okay, first objective is to get to the quarterback. Like at the start of the ball. Said, get to the quarterback. I mean, that's the most ridiculous. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. But I love that energy coming from Sheila. I love the attitude. We've never really had that attitude in Detroit. The mom and pop has always just been hush and kind of, we'll let them run the team and not really involved. So it's good, man, to see that from Sheila, man.
It's good. Definitely. Lions are interested in Quan Williams. I don't know why, but they are. He's 5'9", 185 pounds, 29 years old, slot corner. What else you got on this man, Curt?
I think the reason why they're interested in him is the same reason they were interested in Justin Coleman. He's a good slot corner. Is he the greatest, physical athlete out there? He doesn't have that, that big of a size. But think about this. Quandre Diggs, one of the most beloved Lions, was about the same size.
Yeah, no. And I'm not worried about the size. I'm worried about the fact that he's another wonderful injured player that we will.
Yeah, you know what? That's just the Lions' MO. Every regime, that's one thing you can say the same on Lions. But I think for some of them, it's about getting players at a blue light, saying like we Kmart blue light special.
We are shopping the clearance section
we are definitely right now. So it is what it is. I mean, but here's my thing. It's going to be, you're going to have to get some pieces this year that's just, people who are trying to compete for a job. And that's what you're going to get. You don't have the money to make substantial moves in free agency. You're just going to have to get those guys who are going to play their hardest to make the team.
Well, he played half the season last year. He started 4 games. He had 4 pass defenses. He had 2 sacks, no interceptions, but 22 tackles. I'm good. Not terrible, but he had a high ankle sprain that put him out for the rest of the season. That was 4 to 6 weeks he was out.
That dude had a LeBron. He had a LeBron.
But
he had himself.
He has played pretty. He has played in quite a few games though.
He has.
I think like 13, 14, 13.
He has a lot of sacks, which is interesting to me. So he's that strong safety in the box type, or he's a corner that's going to be the slot corner, and then they blitz their slot corner, I guess. Or whatever he was playing over there.
That's kind of like how Quandre was. They kind of, blitzed him a lot. And,
yeah, that's true. I remember that.
I miss that guy. So
I do too. What a dumb move.
It is one of my favorites. He went out to Seattle and made the Pro Bowl.
Right. They ruined the team, man.
So what do you think? Should we bring this guy in, Mike?
I think it's worth it. It's worthwhile as long as he's not given a critical position. As long as we have Mike Ford and we're like, okay, you're the nickel back, and then Kawan Williams can be, you know, maybe the dime or something like that. You know,
the water boy or the
yeah. I mean, long as he's just added depth like McRae was. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Then hey, I'm all with it. But if they come out and they make him the nickelback over Mike Ford, who should have been played 2 years ago, then I'm gonna be mad about that, man. Because Mike Ford always gets shafted. He always gets shafted.
He really does.
Good
and he's
player.
good. He's really good.
Actually, Jim, what you said about I want McRae back.
I like McRae
because he's one of the best special teams players in the league. I mean, that guy is excellent. So I would want him back just for his special teams alone.
Yeah, we lost Miles Killebrew too.
Yeah, I don't want him to play.
I thought he was good.
Yeah, Killebrew was good.
On special teams. That's what.
On special teams. Yeah.
Okay, good.
But you know, it's one of those things where I will want him back for his special teams play just for that alone. Killebrew, I was kind of surprised we let him out the door just because of his special teams attributes. He goes to Pittsburgh, you know, see what because they have a ton of linebackers and safety, so he must be going over there to do the same thing and play special teams because I don't see him getting into that rotation over there in Pittsburgh. But you know, good luck to him. You know, he's not even a tip the guy on the way out guy. He's a hey man, safe travels, good luck, you know, in Pittsburgh. But like I would say, bring McRae back. I like that guy. I like Mike Ford. You know, we need a couple more pieces in the back end of the defense, you know, just to be competitive for the season. Because right now, boy, all you gotta do in Detroit is throw the ball deep, and it's touchdown all day. So I mean, for the pieces that we have right now, that's what we give up the most. I mean, Aaron Glenn and Aubrey Pleasant are going to have the work cut out for them with the defensive backfield that we have right now.
I totally agree with that. Hey, we had an interesting Jamal Williams press conference, and we're going to go to that here in a second. So we're going to try to do something a little different today for you. We're going to have the press conference on here, just some little clips from it, and we're going to do that right now. Okay, here we go. We're going to go through a little bit, some clips of the Jamal Williams press conference.
Hey, you looking mighty fine over there, Silver Fox. If you let me go to work, good things happen, you know? Shoot, I could block, you know what I mean? I'm going to protect the quarterback. You know, that's what I was made for. So that's my best friend. He right next to me. I got to make sure he good. What's happening? What's your name?
20 Man. You come up with a joke I haven't heard
20 Man? Hey, you already got a nickname. That's crazy. 20 Man. I like that.
My actual name.
That's your name?
Your last name, Tim 20 Man.
Did you change that like
old English.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was amazing. Wasn't it, Kurt?
Yeah. You know what though? I mean, one of the funniest moments, I mean, him calling Mike O'Hara a silver fox. And then asking if him and Stoney, you know, asking Stoney if Mike is his brother. Right. I mean, like this guy, I mean, but I love his energy. I love what he's a different type of, you know, he reminds me of, to be honest with you. And I don't want to say that, you know, he kind of reminds me of that Alvin Kamara type of energy. Like they're real, like kind of, you know, bubbly and, you know, like they're really like fun loving and they're kind of different. And, you know, he's a self-proclaimed nerd. I mean, like,
I love that too.
I mean, come on. I mean, you can't, I am so, there are two press conferences I want to see during the season, and that's Dan Campbell and Jamal Williams. I mean, that is going to be something that's going to be special.
I like his energy, man. I like his energy. He's just one of those guys that's gonna bring the energy when the team might be down or when the team's like the offense is like, man, we've been stopped all game long. He's gonna like, come on, let's go. I know who he is. You know, he's like one of those guys who's gonna stand on top of a chair and like all the teams and yeah, man, I like him, man. I like his energy, man. He's a positive guy, man. Guy, man. Yeah, and he has a light sense of humor too. So
he does. I love it.
And speaking of that positive, he said something in his presser talking about bringing positive competitiveness. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one thing I like. You know, he's going to push his teammates to be better. by his play on the field, and he's going to make it where, it's going to be one thing. He's going to drag his teammates with him. You're going to make guys better, and encouraging guys to be, hey, if I can do that, you can do that. So it's one of those things where you see something special in this young fella, and Green Bay is going to rue the day that they let that guy walk out the door.
Hey, you know what? Kerryon Johnson had to be sucking his teeth at that press conference, at that little presser. Ooh. He's probably like, oh, man, I'm number 3 again.
Yep. You know what, though? I hope not. I hope not. And the reason why I say that is because I think that Deuce Staley and those guys are going to find a role for, because if you think about the 3-headed monster they had in Green Bay, A.J. Dillon, Jamal Williams, Aaron Jones, all had a role. They all played and they all shared the ball. So I think that they'll be able to do the same thing in Detroit with those 3 guys. Of course, you're going to have Swift is going to be the number 1 guy on the depth chart like Aaron Jones was. And you're going to have, Williams come in for a spell. He's going to have his packages, and then same with Kerryon. So all of those guys are going to have their role. I mean, more and more teams are having success with the running back by committee.
Oh, definitely.
But the only one that really, think about this, the only team that I know that really has one bell cow back is Tennessee. Tennessee has the one back, pretty much that one bell cow back system.
Yeah.
I mean,
they do
with Derrick Henry. Everybody else pretty much plays a running back by committee. And then because even up in Minnesota, we know Dalvin Cook is the number 1 running back, but the other guys do come in and spell him and play. They play maybe a shorter running back by committee, but they do play it. So I'm good with what we have right here, and I think Kerryon is going to find his place. Because you can keep him on the team. He's going to be a cheap, at least for this year. He's a cheap guy. You can keep him on the roster, and he has a place, especially and all these guys. And one thing Williams said that I like is that, the quarterback, my best friend, I got a block for him. So, he's going to be back there protecting Jared Goff.
Also, another thing is injuries. I mean, we got to consider that the Lions don't stay healthy. They just don't. And if you have 3 good running backs, well, 2.5, at this point with Kerryon. But anyway, if you have 3 good backs and 1 goes down, you're still okay. Do you know what I mean? I think I think it was really smart to bring Jamal Williams in, and I think that was something that we needed to do. Right now, we're going to go to Detroit Lions trivia, and we have this on Twitter and on Facebook. On Friday, we forgot to do this yesterday because I'm a moron. So, so what former Lions player had the most QB pressures against since 2010?
Since 2010?
Yep.
Since 2010. Quarterback pressure since 2010. Who was on the team in 2010?
Sue?
Yep, that's the answer.
Oh, Sue.
Mike got it. Okay, so that was the question. A winner was Brian White. Brian White from Facebook. And I don't think we had a Twitter winner. But who is the Lions leading rusher of the 2010 to 2020 era?
Ooh, that's today's question.
Yeah, that was yesterday's question.
Yesterday's question is, who was the 2010? Who's been the leading rusher?
I didn't research this, so I don't know. This is my
Reggie Bush.
Nope.
Because he didn't have that long of a tenure.
Then Amir Abdullah.
No,
it is Joik Bell.
I was gonna say Joik Bell. It is Joik Bell. He had the longest. He had the longest tenure. Think about this. In the 2010s, he was the longest tenured running back for the Detroit Lions.
Yes, he was.
2010.
Yes, he was effective too. I mean, he came out of a great
He was.
Man, his hip hop parade celebration in the end zone, man. I love that, man.
I love that.
I did too.
I love the energy he brought, man. He brings it. All right, so
shout out to him over there on Woodwood Sports.
Oh
man.
Yeah, him and Sean Balegian have a great show over there. Yeah, and check that out.
And they did if you check out the Lions.com, they have a form. They did a form with the new coaching staff and with some of the former players, and Joik Bell was one of them. So go over there and check out how the new coaches like toured Ford Field and the Ford Museum, and they had an actual form with the some of the former players. So, go over there and check that out. There's some good content over there on Lions.com.
So the winners for Monday's thing was Lions Uncensored Podcast for Twitter and Tristan Williams for Facebook. Shout out to Tristan and shout out to Lions Uncensored Podcast.
Lions Uncensored Podcast, man. Hey, shout out to our fellow content creators. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out.
Uncensored. Uncensored stuff.
Yeah, I got to listen to that.
Well, they cussing it up. They got to be cussing over there.
Hey, we're going to go to the Wall of Fame now. And let me say this. I really appreciate everybody that's a member right now. We really appreciate you. And let me go through this real quick. North End Ken, Art Allen, Bubba Bo, Detroit Drew, Midwest Lion are all the bronze level of our Wall of Fame. Go Lions and Nomis J are members plus. And we have Miles Gibbs, Randy Prince, the Gridiron Blitz, and Dr. Detroit. The doctor is in as our gold members. We appreciate each and every one of you. If you want to be a Wall of Fame member or a member of the Detroit Lions on the Prowl and you want to help the channel, go ahead and hit that join now button, get that information, and become a member today. So now we're going to go to the comment cards for today, and we're going to see what you got.
Yeah.
What you had to say about yesterday's show. Jim, what you got, man?
I got Rick from Michigan. The sad thing that every year they tell us how much that team has improved, and it has always ended up the same old, same old. I like what they did by getting rid of players. They just didn't have the spirit to make the Lions a good team. This was a first for our Detroit Lions. We will have to wait and see how this works out for the team and the fans. I agree. It's a wait and see thing, but I love the energy. I love the positivity. I love the front office, and I love the coaching staff. We just got to build the team now.
Yep. Okay. All gonna work on the wash. And I love his name, Rick from Michigan. That's simple. Rick from Michigan.
Right.
Rick from Michigan. Hey, it's Desmond Dukes. Great show as always. If I can guess when the Lions will be a contender for a championship, I would think it will be 2023.
I agree with Desmond.
Hey, you ain't. Where's the lie? I can't lie. Where's the lie?
Shout out to Desmond, man. That's actually my homeboy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually interviewed him.
I actually went over to his house, and he lives in Jackson, right? So I actually went to his house and watched the Carolina Panthers game because they had the QB from the XFL play. He's a big XFL guy. He's a big WWE guy because he's a wrestler.
Yes, he is.
So So I went over there, man. Shout out to Desmond Dukes, man. That's my guy, man.
If you want to go deep into the archives, go into Who's in the Room series, and you'll see an interview with Desmond Dukes that I did.
Yeah.
So pretty cool.
Right. So Troy says, "Go Lions." I see a 6-11, but it always can change based on the draft.
Yes,
I agree. I agree 100%. The Lions, they got Brad Holmes pulling the trigger. They also got my man from Kansas City and Cleveland helping them out, Dorsey. So yeah, man, they can make some trades, man. I don't know what you guys think about that.
I think that right now
that is a true statement.
Anything's possible.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
So we got Ted Cheney, and the Lions compete in 2021. Okay. Contend in 2022 and win their first division in 2023. Now, this is also as Aaron Rodgers is declining as he's going up in age. So hopefully that dude will retire at some point in time in the future. So
I don't know about that.
Our trajectory up hopefully is his trajectory down, and maybe that will happen. Who knows?
Yeah, depends Tom Brady. I don't know.
I don't know. Man, he taking them TB12 vitamins, you know what I'm saying?
God, I hope not.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Friend of the show, Tim Michigan Evans says, "Thank you guys. Braylon loved it. He heard his name and had a big smile on his face. He said they're talking about me. He was really happy and excited to hear his name and to know that he was the fan of the day. You guys made his day. Thank you, my brothers." Hey, Tim, it's our pleasure. Braylon, hey, man, he striving. Hey, he is going to be a Lions fan as long as I know Tim is going to keep him that way. You know what I'm saying? He's going to grow him into one of the greatest Lions fans of the generation. So shout out to Braylon again. We appreciate you.
Yeah, shout out to Braylon. Go Lions and yeah,
right.
Go Lions, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. All right, Mike.
Galloping Lake 6 says, I expect to win more games than last year. 6 wins is success. 7 or 8 wins, and I'm thinking they will make the playoffs next year. I kind of agree, but I kind of don't. Like, 7 or 8 wins, yeah. I don't think they'll make the playoffs, but then again, when you add that extra team in, you never know what could happen. But I think you're on the right track until the very end when you said I think the playoffs next year. So
yeah,
I agree.
I think he's talking about the year after. I think he's talking about 2022.
Yeah, I think he's talking about the year after that.
Oh, okay. Then I agree.
I think it was like 6 years this year.
6 wins this
7
season.
to 8 next season.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's the new league year, so technically it's we're into the 2021 season. So I get what he's saying. Hey, Galloping Lake 6. You know what though? I want to know. Comment down below. How did you come up with Galloping Lake 6?
Yeah, I want to know that one.
Yeah.
I want to know how you came up with that name. So please in the comments and down below. You always comment on our videos anyway. So just drop me an extra comment to let me know how you got that name.
All right. And the question of the day today is going to be, do you think the Lions are going to be better than expected, about what you expect, or, you expect too much? But what do you think? What do you think the Lions are going to be after our free agency period? I know the draft hasn't happened yet, but what are your early projections? Will they be better than most people expect? And even mainstream media expects us to be trash. So, we'll see how it goes. Yeah. We have a new segment, and it's going to be by Coach Mike. It's Coach's Corner with Coach Mike. Coach Mike, take it away.
Yeah. So everybody knows that we're looking forward to the draft, right? We're anticipating the picks, Brad Holmes, John Dorsey, those great minds together. But one guy that I want to talk about, and Curt knows this guy, he knows I'm going to talk about him. Mm-hmm. So the first guy I want to talk about is outside linebacker Zaven Collins, who also just happened to be the college defensive player of the year. Okay, Zaven Collins is a 6'4", 260-pound stand-up 2-point stance linebacker. Okay, and he does what? He excels in pass coverage. Let me say that again. He excels in pass coverage. Now, I know the NFL is trending towards smaller cover guys, third down linebackers that are kind of undersized, like JOK, but you get a guy that's 6'4", 260 pounds, and can defend the pass. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better player with my first round pick. So one of the 3 things that Zaven Collins really excels in is pass coverage, rushing the quarterback, and playing against the run.
What else do you need?
That's everything. I mean, the only knock on Zaven Collins is his ability to guard the shallow dump balls, because they say he has a little bit of lateral speed problems, but he plays quicker on film than what his 4.8 40 time suggests. I know you say that and you're like, oh no, but he plays a lot quicker, a lot instinctive. He actually was a quarterback in high school, a 4-year starting quarterback in high school. So shout out to Zaven Collins. I know it's a stretch, but I want you on the Lions. You'll probably go to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
What is your grade on Zaven Collins?
Zaven Collins is my highest graded linebacker in the draft. He's
over Micah Parsons?
Yes, because Zaven Collins he has a place on the football field. When Micah Parsons gets to the draft or gets to a team, they're like, okay, we got to figure out, what do you really do? Where exactly? And he's kind of like, I'm not trying to put that bad mojo on him, but Jared Davis, a freak athlete, where do we put you? So I don't know, man. That's just my take on it. But Zaven Collins, that's my dude. man.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
I
So
figured
now,
as much.
now we're going to go to my favorite part of the show, and it's the dessert with my man, Curt.
All right, so we talked about Jamal Williams earlier. So here's the dessert for today. I want you to go over it this week and check out my man Speak Easy Sports. He is going to have Jamal Williams on his show over there on Woodward Sports. So go to his YouTube channel and check out Speak Easy Sports. It has a red, logo because there's a couple of Speak Easies out there. So it's the one with it has a big old mouth and it says Speak Easy on it. So that's who you need to check out. And it's going to be a good, fun interview. And he is a member of the DSA. So that is my dessert for today. Go over and check out Jamal Williams on Speak Easy's podcast or YouTube creation. So go over there and check him out. It's going to be fun. And I'm going to cherish some more fun interviews with that guy because I believe this is going to be off the hook because guess what? Speak Easy is off the hook himself.
He's off the chain.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm going to start my final thoughts for today's show as we close out the show today. I love me some Jamal Williams. I think I put that in the chat yesterday with us three. I love me some Jamal Williams. If I think I'm feeling down or if I'm depressed, I'm just going to throw on some Dan Campbell and some Jamal Williams. Dan Campbell biting kneecaps and Jamal Williams loving every name of all of our reporters and stuff and just having a great time, man. Sometimes we get so bogged down with life that we forget to have fun. Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. So that's my message to everybody for today. Have fun with it. Don't be so serious. You know what I mean? If our team is great, our team is great. If our team sucks this year, at least we have the press conferences.
Yep.
Yes. I think, my final thoughts, man, is I just can't wait for the draft. Like my anticipation for the draft builds and builds and builds and builds with each passing day. Just seeing the business that the Lions front office is doing, knowing that we have finally the coaches in place, the player coaches in place that the players will respect, and it'll all come together. And I'm just waiting for that draft, man, to see exactly how many of our draft picks make the roster and how many of them actually play in the upcoming season. That's just exciting for me, man. Those are my final thoughts. What about you, Curt?
All right, my final thoughts are, we didn't touch on this today, but Michael Brocker is being a stand-up guy, saying that he texted Jared Goff after the comments came out. He said it was kind of getting out of control. He said it was just, he was trying to hype up Matthew Stafford for coming to the Rams because at that point, he wasn't going to leave the Rams. So, but he had respect for Jared Goff. He said, hey, he got me to a Super Bowl. So, that's one big thing that, he's a stand-up guy. You can see the character of Michael Brockers come out in his introductory press conference in Detroit. So I'm happy to see him come over, and I'm excited to see what he's going to do on that defensive line with Trey Flowers and Deshaun Hand and, Romeo Okwara and all those guys. I'm excited about the defensive line coming up this year. So that's my thing. And I think we're going to have a rejuvenated Charles Harris, and he's going to get back to, why he was drafted in the first round of 2017. So those are my final thoughts. Excited about that defensive line. So you know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. You're home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Join the family. Subscribe to the channel. We don't got fans. We don't got viewers. We got family. And it's all love right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video. All of this helps us get this content to more Lions fans just like yourself. And to get the audio version of this show, go over to bellyupsports.com and you can check out the audio version. They have tons of podcasts over there. You can go over there and check it out. Some great articles written by some tremendous writers over there on bellyupsports.com. And you can listen to those podcasts on what? Skull Candy headphones. You can get some great audio products from Skull Candy in the description below. Some great deals, and a portion of those sales go to help us grow this channel. Now, it's Tuesday. You're alive. You're well. Love your family. Go out and have a great day. And whatever you do, you know what it is. You got to bounce up. Ball out and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, Jim and Coach Mike, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon.
That went really good.